All right, hello 7th grade students. This section, this online lecture will be about a funny sounding word called homeostasis, and it goes along with section 1-3 in your textbooks. Unfortunately, this is going to be a much shorter online lecture than the usual. Homeostasis, the actual definition is basically a body's ability to maintain a constant internal environment in response to environmental changes. And it has two Greek roots, as most of our science words do. One means similar, homeo means similar or the same. Stasis means basically standing still, okay? And you might be thinking, I have no idea what any of this means. Basically, this means your body is going to stay the same inside no matter what's going on outside your environment or outside the body, which we call the environment, okay? So everything inside your body tries to stay the same, even when like the temperature changes or other things are going on outside in the world around you, inside your body wants to stay the same, okay? So an example that's really easy to understand or that we're familiar with is temperature. So your body stays, roughly 98 to 99 degrees inside in your internal environment, even if it's really, really cold outside, which we've been experiencing a lot of lately. So example 1, we'll dive right into one of these examples. Regulating body temperature is a great example of homeostasis, and it's easy to understand. Humans are warm-blooded, so we have adapted to maintain a near constant body temperature even in extreme conditions. This process is called thermoregulation, so thermo refers to temperature, okay? For example, when you're cold, which probably happens every day during the winter, you're going to shiver. And when you shiver, you generate heat because your muscles contract and generate heat. The blood vessels constrict, which means they basically get smaller to keep heat away from the surface of your body, and that way you can keep the heat inside your body. So if you've ever seen anybody or if you yourself kind of get pale when you go outside, maybe your lips even turn kind of purple, that's because the blood is being pulled away from your skin so that it can keep all your heat in the inside of your body rather than going near the surface of your skin where it can escape. Basically, the opposite happens when you're hot. The blood vessels will dilate, which means get bigger. They expand. They try to go up near the surface of your skin to get rid of heat through the skin. And also you can sweat. Okay, you produce sweat and like the wind blows it off, for example, and it helps cool your body temperature. It carries the heat away with it. So this is why some people, when they run around or they get really hot, their cheeks might flush or you kind of turn pink. That's because there's just blood vessels dilating near the surface of your skin, so you're actually kind of seeing the blood underneath your skin, and it's just helping you to get rid of heat. It means you're overheated. Fun fact, okay? People have withstood temperatures as high as 215 degrees Fahrenheit for up to 30 minutes. Now, I would not recommend trying that at home, kids. But think about that in the summer, it gets maybe 100 degrees every now and again in Omaha. And this is more than double that. This is like a low temperature for an oven. So super, super hot. But our bodies are pretty amazing. We have lots and lots of ways to stay warm and to stay cold. It's not perfect and it won't work for long periods of time. But our body's pretty amazing. It can keep our temperature almost exactly the same at all times. Second example, meeting energy needs. So we must have energy to live and function all the way down to the cellular level. And homeostasis helps us maintain those energy levels. So we use energy just by growing, by existing, and we use more energy when we move around, when you're really active, maybe play sports, run around, things like that. When you need to take in energy, your body has a response that makes you feel hungry. Because we get our energy from food. So in order to get you to eat, your body makes you feel hungry, and that says, hey, it's time to eat. Basically, you use up energy, which makes you feel hungry, which means that you hopefully eat or take in energy. Now, we can override these energy needs a little bit more than thermoregulation. We've all eaten to the point where we felt full or felt sick. And if you do that over a long period of time without, using as much energy as you eat, you will gain weight. You can also ignore it by not eating when you're hungry, or maybe you're really hungry in class, but you can't eat yet because it's not lunchtime. If you do that for a long period of time, you can lose weight because you're expending more energy or using more energy than you're taking in. So that's another way your body can signal you to try to get you to eat or to stop eating when you've reached enough energy levels. Example 3, maintaining water balance. In the same way that your body tries to maintain energy levels, it also tries to maintain water balance to keep the same amount of water in your body at all times. This is called osmoregulation. Osmoregulation, when you keep water content consistent throughout your body. And you might remember our friend Osmosis. Hopefully you do, dear old friend. This is how water moves throughout our body. It moves through osmosis from cell to cell. When you take in water by, drinking water, Gatorade, milk, things like that, or by eating food with water in it, your kidneys will eventually process the excess water from your blood, and then it will go to your bladder, and then you will go potty, also expelled as urine. This also means that when you need more water, you get thirsty. That's your body's signal saying, hey, we need more water, our water levels are getting low. When you have too much water, you sweat and or pee. And again, we can override these urges. We've all drank when we weren't thirsty necessarily. Maybe one time you were really thirsty, but there wasn't water around, things like that. Okay, so that's osmoregulation, maintain water. So in summary, those are just 3 examples of how your body maintains homeostasis, which means keeping its internal environment the same. Your body really wants to stay the same inside. This helps your cells function, it helps your tissues, helps your organs, helps your systems overall function properly. Your body has lots and lots of ways to maintain a stable internal environment. We just covered the 3 kind of easiest to understand, but there's lots and lots of things that go on all the time in your body to keep it the same. Many of your systems will work together. The more we learn about the human body, we'll find that they work together to regulate what's going on your insides. And all of these have helped humans to survive for thousands and thousands of years, even before we had things like houses and cars to keep us nice and warm and indoor plumbing to provide us water whenever we want. We've had homeostasis going on for a long, long, long time, and it's really interesting. So as we dive into the human systems, this semester, we'll kind of keep coming back to homeostasis and keep reviewing how it helps to keep your insides the same and your body likes to stay the same. Thanks for listening. Hope you learned something. See you later.